Which of the following is closest to the percent of those surveyed who had a summer job? So 59 had a job out of 170 surveyed. That gives you 0.35, which is 35%. 200N on Mars. What would the weight be on Venus? So we can divide 200 by 0.377, and that gets us back to our weight on Earth. And from there we can multiply by 0.907 to go to Venus. Once we do those things, we're at 481, so C is our answer. For 14 to 15-year-olds, not having a summer job, that's 69 out of 89. Most don't. For 16 to 17-year-olds, 42 out of 81. And we want to know, based on the data, how many more times is it likely? So if we take 0.78 and we divide that by 0.52, we get 1.5. If a 9th grade student is chosen at random, which is closest to the probability that they'll have a GPA of 3.0 or higher? So there's 327 total 9th graders, and this many have the required GPA. So if I divide that out, I get 0.477 or 0.48. If one of the surveyed graduates who passed the bar exam is chosen at random for an interview, so out of those that did, that was 25 that passed, these two, what is the probability that the person chosen did not take the review course? So that's 7 out of 25. Which of the 5 food products supplies the most protein per dollar? So if you bring in these prices, and then we consider that this is the cost for 10 grams, so I'm going to multiply that by the percentage protein and divide that by the dollar. So once I multiply by 10, I'm looking at 0.5, which I know this one here is 0.6, so that one's less than that. This one is 0.68, so I can rule out that one. This one is 0.8, and this one is 0.625. So the best ratio was product C. Which quantity of fruit contains an amount of vitamin C closest to the combined amount of vitamin C in 50 grams of cherries and 150 grams of kiwi fruit? So notice in the table this is per 100 grams, so I can cut these in half. So for the cherries, I'm going to take this divided by 2, and this divided by 2. So there's my total number of milligrams. So I can take the black currants here times 20 for A, nowhere close. I could take guava times 8, nowhere close. I could take 56 times 18 for pineapple, or 59 times 6 for strawberries. I guess the 1008 for the pineapple was actually the closest. For what percent of the tosses, which if you add all of them up, there's 100 total tosses, did the dime Michael tossed land on heads? So the dime was heads, 53 out of the 100, or 53%. What is the difference to the nearest whole percent between the percentage of students enrolled who had GPA 3.0 or higher and those not enrolled in the Pell? So for here, the numerator is 61, the denominator is both of these put together. And the same thing here, the numerator is 95 compared to both of these put together. So 218. So we have a difference of 56% and 44%, or 12% better results in the Propel program. So there's 4 different scenarios here, either out of how many are undecided out of the entire county, which is a very small number, or out of those undecided, which county are they from? So these are much higher proportions, and 95 is bigger than 91, so C is the right answer.